Alright guys, what's going on? Got a great video today. Great video for you, but not a great video for me because I lost over 500 bucks. Great video for you because you're going to learn how not to trade, what not to do, and just some mistakes that you should try not to replicate. Because this sucks. I don't want to do this video, but I have to reinforce why I'm doing this channel, what it takes to get better as a trader, and part of that is full accountability and maybe embarrassing myself to make it hurt just a little more. So RHE, SPY, both fat losers. Can't wait to go through it. My initial trade on RHE was actually really good. I'll show you the video. RHE, I was looking to wash by, but I didn't like it in any of these areas, and I marked out some levels that I found. The most important one was 394 from the daily. This is the high right here. I think if it was a little bit lower, this would have been such a it is a better level because it has the support on the daily. So market opens. I'm not touching it. I do not like it anywhere in here. For me to like this, we have to dip closer to 450. I was just actually marking that level out. We can see it bounced and then it went under, it came up, it bounced, it bounced, it bounced, it bounced. It broke through on high volume. I really liked that. Came back down. VWAP's around here. Excuse me. So I'm looking for a dip. There's my dip. I'm trying to get in. I don't know why I'm getting filled, not getting filled. I finally get filled here. 453. And I only take 500 shares because I know we're really far away from $4. We could flush 20 cents, and if I get stopped out, that would only be $100, and I'm okay with that. So I only took 500 shares. All of a sudden, this is starting to look really good. This is getting bought up. I'm putting in my stop here, 445. That's like $70 or something like that. Just waiting to see what happens. So This started to look real good, real quick, and I'm thinking to myself, yo, I'm a genius. I just dip bought. Now the next task at hand is just not to sell early, and you can see here, I'm fixated. I'm tunnel visioned. On this level here. I say I will be selling at 540. Other than that, you can screw off, and I'm not selling. So I add to 800 shares. I'm in it to win it on this one. I'm gonna be such a hero. I'm gonna be able to show YouTube that I don't sell early. No, I don't get really affected by YouTube in my trades. Thank God. I was tunnel visioned on this level. I zoomed out for a second, and I almost saw it. But you'll see what happens. It's rejected in this 525 area, and I don't know why. I'm so confused, actually. Like, we push up again, and then we have this kill candle. Well, there's not big volume on it yet, but this kill candle, I'm like, what the hell is going on? So I add to 1,000 shares here, and then I put my stop at break even. This is all very acceptable. We could have easily had a move higher. But I'm confused at why this 1 minute candle is now getting stuffed, and this is the stuff candle. I'm like, what's going on here? Like, what is happening? So thank God I put my stop there because it flushes through and I get stopped out for a very small loss. Sorry, I keep having to cough. My throat's screwed up. Anyways, very small loss, and I go, what the hell is going on? Like, why did that happen? So I do eventually take it again here, but let me go over that first trade. Why was it rejected here instead of here? You just got to go a little further back. So usually, well, the levels that I go off of are from the pre-market. And this was the high that it made, 526, just before it broke the trend. So it broke trend, it came back down, and it's retesting this level at 15 minutes before the market open. 526 is still the level It's not the fact that it made a new high here. This is the level right here that it was respecting. 526. We came right up to 526. I should have been using that as the level, but I did not mark that out pre-market. I don't know why. I don't know if I saw it and I just didn't think it was as important, but now I know for sure that that level, like the level right before a trend break, and just this area, is far more important than a pinpoint specific high of day. Like I was just way too tunnel visioned. I should have been selling. I was up like 70 cents per share, pissed it all away, and you know, lost in the trade. And then I bought again here at 450 because I was like, okay, maybe this is the trade again to take, because I'm still confused at why the hell this didn't work. So if I had have seen this, I would have been like, okay, you know, triple top or double top rejection. This is now looking bearish. So the long is most likely now dead. If I had been thinking properly like that, I would not have taken this trade here. And then I'm just so confused at why this isn't getting bought up. So I'm trying to sell it. I eventually do sell it. And now my loss is only $97. So at the end of this, my loss is 97 bucks. And then it reclaims it. And we closed 2 full candles above 450. 2 full candles above 450. So I buy on the pullback at my level of 450, and it just washes through. And it's looking like it's going to bear flag, and I was like, oh, like what is going on? So that was my mistake. Right here, I think I was down about 250, and then I finally took it again at the actual 394, the biggest. If it's going to bounce, it's going to bounce here. Waited for confirmation. Came back down. I was buying on this candle. Bought a little more on this candle. It was 1,100 shares. I didn't want to go bigger size. I couldn't justify going bigger as I'm losing more and more money. So I sell it for a quick pop above this candle here, knowing now that 425 is resistance. I finally have figured out that the long is dead on this. So I sell in here 900 shares, and then I sell the last, or 1,000 shares, and then the last 100 shares right here I had to stop at break even, and then that was that. So it's so frustrating because I had the right idea. I had an absolutely sick entry, a sick ad, but I didn't sell it where I should have. So hopefully you guys can learn from that, and hopefully I can learn from that. I never want to make this mistake again. I was trying to be a hero, just holding on for what I thought was the actual target up here, and then I thought it would break 550. I'd be selling in the 440s. So the 40s was my level. Like in my head, I said I'll start selling when it hits 40, and I'll probably have sells all the way up to 550. That wasn't the case. It was actually from, you know, let's say the 20s to the 30s or the 20s to the 40s, but I'll keep this in mind next time. This is a very clear thing to work on. Now we get to the SPY. The SPY, the SPY, the SPY. Well, first off, let me show you the contracts. The loss was too big on this. 2 separate trades. That's it. One trade at 9.54 and another trade at 10.56. I immediately realized here that I was frustrated, and this was a revenge trade. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. This was a revenge trade. I took 26 contracts. And then a couple minutes later, I said, you know what? This is how I blow up my account. This is how I have a $2,000 red day. I'm going to change my fate right now, cut myself off, and still be happy that I have been showing progress. And I just cut it. I said, that's it. Screw it. I cut it. And that added 15 down to 12. So 26. That added like $120 to the loss. it's pathetic. I have nothing else to say. Like, I'm embarrassed. But let's show you why I took it. The first trade was at 954. Yeah, so we came up to this high. We came up to this high right here. We came up to it again. I was buying right in here for the rejection to make lows, and maybe even go under low of day. So I was buying in here. I held through this, which was fine. I didn't have that big a size. I had 20 contracts. I was down, again, at just $100 at that point. I was about to take it, but we had a very, very quick flush. If you look on the 5-second chart, this died really, really quick, just as I was about to take it. So I said, okay, I'm going to give it almost no room, and then if it doesn't work, I'll take it. So we came under this level, 293.10. We just kept dying. We kept going and going and going. Now, my mistake was I did not take it here at the 292.70 level, which is yesterday's, or not yesterday's, yesterday's high. That's where I got that level. So I didn't take it when we came down. I saw we had massive buying, massive volume. We came back down. It was being defended, bigger volume, bigger volume. I should have been taking it here, but I was looking for the bigger move because I was already down, I think $200 or $150, and I said, being up $200 is not good enough for me. I need more. I was looking for this pre-market level of 292.30. So I didn't take any here. It came all the way back out, or back up, and I got stopped for a loss. And that was the first trade. I got stopped for a loss in here, and then I retook it again. That was with the 26 contracts. I think right here, yeah, right here is we triple topped, and then I stopped out again. That's where I said, you know what? No, I'm not doing this. I'm not getting into this habit, this pattern, and I'm not going to be down like $2,000. So I cut it. So where can I improve? So this was not a bad trade. I just didn't take some off at a very key level, which turned out to be a buy the dip scenario. So it actually broke through this high, right? It broke through, it came back down. People bought up this dip where I should have been selling, or maybe even buying here, but if I was short, I should be selling my puts here. Sorry, just coughing again. I should be selling my puts down in here, but I didn't. And then, it went against me and I had to cut it. So it's not necessarily my plan. It's not necessarily my entry. My entry was not bad. It was a double top. But it was my exit. I was getting greedy. I was getting clouded by my emotions. Clouded by the fact that I think I'm a hero and the market owes me money. And it doesn't, This is a clear example of poor trade management and not trading the chart. I was trading my P&L. It's clear as day to see it now. And in the moment, I felt it. But I was just like, let's let it run a little bit more. And that was my mistake on the SPY. And then the second one was a pure, just kind of emotional impulse trade. But at least I cut it when I did. I hate to say that I do that, but I'm still learning. I'm not perfect. I'm nowhere near perfect, and I think it'll be good to learn from. Now, again, back to RHE. The first trade, good. My ad was good. My trade idea was good. I just didn't exit where I should have, and then I stopped out right here, which is very, very acceptable. So I was reading the chart and I stopped out. I didn't understand why I had to stop out and why the tape was so heavy, but I did stop out. The second trade, sure, we can call this one okay. And then I stopped out. But this was the trade maybe that I shouldn't have taken, or I should have realized that something was wrong, right? 1 kill candle, 2 kill candles. We're now under VWAP. This is a spot to start shorting, right? This is where people would start hitting it hard because now we're under VWAP And that's just, you know, a strategy. People start hitting it as we try to retest VWAP. And here I am buying. So I have to look out for these things. And this trade in here was good. So I have to start looking out for these things. It really sucks going into a Friday like this. I'm going to tell you that now. I don't know if anyone's even still listening. Man, I've been talking, I feel like, for 15 minutes. I think this is super valuable, though, because it's not just about making, you know, a lot of money and all of these big days I've had. Like, I just lost $500 in less than an hour. It doesn't feel good. But it could have been a lot worse. I need things to work on for next week. So what I'm going to work on is identifying my levels properly. Try not to give into the emotions of trading, you know, selling and buying on the technicals, not my P&L. Okay? So we'll look out for that next week. I'm going to continue to respect my risk. I think I respected it pretty well. I've been respecting my size. I haven't been going over 1,500 shares, so we're just going to keep progressing. You know, maybe over the course of all of May, I'm just going to work on that, and you guys can see the progression of that. Other than that, I'm going to stop. I'm miserable. My mouth is dry. I want to get the hell out of here. You guys have a good day, a good weekend. Leave your comments below. Call me a dumbass if you want, just to reinforce it, and we'll see you on Monday. Have a good one.